What's up guys, Hobbo88 here and welcome back to Assetto Corsa for the next round of the Supercars Championship here in 2021, and this week we go to Tailem Bend. It's a track that I've never driven on before, I've never had access to before, I've never really desired to drive at before. It's not a track that I've really liked, I guess, on the Supercars calendar, so this will be my first proper look at it, and then I can make a bit better sort of decision based on that. So we're alternating backwards and forwards. This week we are in the Commodore again, so I figured why not pick Brody Kostecki's car, because Brody's been on a bit of a charge in the championship so far and has been doing a great job, and I thought this is a pretty cool looking car too. So we're going to go ahead and run some laps here in Brody's car, 20 laps starting from the back here at Tailem Bend. Links for the mods are in the description below. Be forewarned that the Tailem Bend mods are extremely expensive. They are paid mods and they're expensive. And I very begrudgingly purchased just this layout of the track because I wanted to make this video. But the car mods also down in the track below. You can get them along with all the 2021 skins now, which is good. And that's basically all you guys need to know. Let's go out there, hit the track, and rip some laps around Tailem Bend.
324. Okay, mate. Get ready.
Here we go. 20 laps off the back here at Tailem Bend and Brody Kostecki's Commodore.
Go, go, go.
AI doing AI things. On for the big bomb at turn one.
Car left. Clear left. Car left. Clear left. Yellow flag. Watch out. On your left. Clear left. Left side.
I'm going to try and learn where the track goes. I've literally done about 5 laps here. Oh! Car stepped out on the curb and it was awkward. We'll try and make hay while the sun shines, so to speak, although it is overcast out today here in Tailem Bend. Because I think once we get single file, these guys will take off.
Left side. Clear left. Side.
Get the run on Shane. It's unusual to see him this far back in the field. Of course,
13th place.
Just a random grid for this race. We didn't do qualifying, so cars are scattered, although they're supposed to be match made
Right side's clear.
based off their real life performance. So if we had a simulated qualifying, the faster guys would have gotten to the front.
Right side. Right side's clear. Car right. Still there. He's still there. Clear right. Car right. Still there. Clear right. Car left.
Looks like Jack up here is a bit of a cork in the bottle at the minute. Big gap in front of him.
Hold your line. Still there. He's still there. Still there.
This is so awkward.
Still there. Clear left. Car left. Still there. Clear left.
Alright, we're through. Actually, I reckon that's a third gear corner. So my question to you guys as we start lap number 3 here of this 20 lap race, my question to you guys is, what do you guys think of Tailem Bend? You like this track? Because everyone that I'm speaking to, you get mixed opinions about it. We're following the actual schedule here and running on the international layout.
Left side tyres are cold.
Need to get past Jack here.
Left side. Hold your line. Clear left.
Alright, we're through.
Nice one, mate. Great move. Keep it up.
Now, without any cars in front of me, let's see whether or not I hit my markers or if I run straight off the track. Because I really don't know the layout. I've watched the racing here on the TV, like anyone else.
158.3.
But the thing about these tracks, and up until now my
8th place.
feeling about this track is that I don't like it. And part of the reason why is because there's no character to the place, so feels like a modern racetrack stuck in a big field. Granted, the elevation does exist here, which a lot of those new tracks don't have, and I like that. But there's nothing anywhere on the horizon. I mean, that's good for safety, but it's difficult to learn a track like this because you got no references anywhere. There's no trees or walls or
Okay, mate. The next car is Slade.
anything. And I think that's what makes for poor viewing from a broadcast perspective on the TV. It's not engaging because the track's just not that interesting. There's no landmarks or anything like that. However, what are we on lap 4 plus the maybe 5 laps I've done before this? Not even 10 laps in, and I can actually kind of see the appeal of this as a race driver's track. There's a lot of variety.
Tyre temperatures look good. You're really in Slade in. The gap is 2.9.
Missed that apex by a fair margin.
Fastest lap.
We are quicker than all the other cars in front of us. There's no reason for us not to get there and win this. Admittedly, because I don't know the track, I did bump the difficulty down a couple of clicks. I think we're at 97% instead of 100. Now that I'm starting to feel out where the track goes, probably could have done with it being at 100, but anyway. Man, I missed that corner by a mile. You'd never get away with that in real life, not like that. And there's a bit of a hold up here behind Macaulay.
That's one, mate. On your right. Still there. Still there. You're right. Good work, mate. Keep it up. The leader's just done it. 158.1.
But back to what I was saying about the track, I think that it did a disservice to the track that they were planning to run the endurance race here in 2020 before COVID hit. This was going to hold the replacement for Sandown, I think it was.
Hold your line.
Oh, I broke early there.
Sixth place. That one was at 159.5. Sector 2 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
Because for me, it rubbed me the wrong way. Like, I didn't want to see Sandown go off the endurance calendar.
Car right.
So I instantly had a bad taste in my mouth about that, and I think a lot of people shared that. And in a lot of ways, I can see this being a good endurance track.
Left side.
But again,
Clear left.
we haven't seen any much racing here.
Hold your line. Clear left.
So we didn't really have much of a affinity with the track yet. I actually think that now, having driven it in a sim, I'll appreciate it more, but I think that the track itself just straight away got off on the wrong foot for me because it was replacing a race that I didn't want to see go. I still stand by the fact, though, that I think as a broadcast facility for people watching on the TV, it's lacking. Although for a purpose-built racetrack, evidently looking at it now, which I always knew was the case, but looking at it now, I can actually appreciate the elevation. This is supposedly a laser scan of the track, although I've seen some dispute about that in forums and the like, so I'm not quite sure, but either way, it's fairly accurate from what I understand.
The leader was just done at 157.
Oh, we bowled a wide. That grass has got a lot of grip.
The car in front is just done at 157.5.
Right, we got to look at the leader way up there. Way up there going through turn 1 already. We got just over 10 laps to get there. Finally updated onto the latest version of this car as well. They've been working on the mod. In fact, one of the only probably real notable difference for you guys here looking at it on your screen is that the wiper moves now in the wind, which I love. I love that sort of the 1%ers. So if you pay attention to it, it's almost straight up the middle of the windscreen at the minute. You see it starting to move in the wind. And then if we do get to another track down the schedule where we get some rain, like we did at Sandown, that wiper will now actually work, whereas it didn't before. Very cool. Big fan of that.
The gap to Jones behind is increasing. It's now 3.0 seconds.
I sort of briefly touched on it a little bit here, but I did talk about it at the start, so I don't want to harp on about this too much. But about the mod for this track itself, I like it. I think it's good. It seems like a nice quality. I've already talked about the lack of atmosphere for the track because there's not much stuff out there in the outer fields or anything like that. So it's obviously very basic looking. That's because it's basic looking in real life. It's not because it's a bad mod. The mod itself seems really nice. It's functional, it works. AI works on it, clearly. And I actually quite like it. The track itself, fun to drive. Now that I've managed to do a couple of laps on it, I'm really liking it. There's a bit of a flow to it. And a lot of variables, like I said, the corner variations, cambers, elevation. I like it. Track as well. It's good to drive on. The mod itself, I mean, I'd say it's fine. However, supremely overcharged. Like outrageously expensive. I think that it's worth the investment if you're a driver that's going to be coming here in real life and you want to learn the track layout. 100% value for money right there. But the price point, just as a sim racing content, is outrageously high. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to cause any debate or anything about that. That's very wide at the final corner.
What about track limits?
Right, we're 10 seconds off the lead. Second a lap and we'll get there. In fact, they're about to start racing at the front. I did get asked about in the last video actually at Simmons Plains why I don't use the clutch when I'm downshifting heel and toe. Because I don't always, and it's usually largely because I just forget. You don't actually need to use the clutch to downshift in one of these cars. Proof in case someone like Fabian Coulthard and guys like Greg Murphy, I think in the past, used to be left foot breakers in these cars. Could be wrong about Greg Murphy. I think he was a left foot breaker. So you don't actually need to use the clutch to downshift. It's just a general practice that the guys use. It does allow you in the real life, I believe, to do a bit of clutch slipping on your downshifts to help slow the car down. Keep some balance, prevent rear locking, that sort of stuff. And these guys are racing hard up here. We're making big gains. Took 4 seconds out of them.
Sector 2 is 0.5 of the pace.
Because I'm not naturally a right foot braker in this type of car, it's natural to me when I'm using like a H pattern shifter. I can heel and toe downshift perfectly fine. You guys have seen that on the channel before. And I love doing that. It's a lot of fun. Just go and look at any of my rally videos that I've done, or even the stock saloon cars here on Assetto Corsa, the 90s Commodores and Falcons and things like that. 5-speed manual H patterns. I'm perfectly capable of heel towing correctly in those, but in a sequential, because I don't have a sequential shifter, I'm just using paddles. My sequential shifting. Heel towing with paddles just does not feel natural to me, so I tend to just forget to use the clutch sometimes. And sometimes in these videos you'll see me just randomly not right foot brake at all in corners because muscle memory. I just go naturally to the left foot. Drive it like a GT car with the paddles. But anyway, that's just me. I still blip, but which you don't need to do in GT. We're going to get these guys really soon here and be off. We're going to win this race by a long way, I think. Got Chaz in the lead, and he seems to be off the pace at the minute. And then I believe it's Anton. I think we passed Davo before. Remember passing the 17 earlier. So then it's Anton in second and Wingcup in third right in front of us, and then we're fourth right here on the back, just on halfway through the race. So I think we'll walk away with this one. Beautiful brake application there, right down into the apex of turn one.
Car right. Still there. Clear right. Come on, mate. Good stuff. Keep it coming. Car right. Clear right. Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Clear right. Car left. Still there. Clear left. Come on, that's the stuff.
A little bit of a brake lock there with the rears. I don't know why I took such a narrow line on the exit there. Tightened up this corner enormously. But that's it, we're to the front. So now we can actually get out, just enjoy the track. Been a while since we... Oh, and as I say that, I go straight off.
5 minutes, watch those lines.
Been a while since we've had a big win.
You're now in the lead.
That section of the lap is very fun, actually. As is this here. This is probably my favourite corner on the track, actually, this one right here. Uphill into the braking zone, turn into the corner on the uphill. Lots of grip. Not really a big fan of the back end of the track. From that uphill right-hander all the way back around here. I hate this. Every corner, every lap I'm missing that corner.
Stay between the lines, please, mate. You're in the lead.
All right, here we go. There's a lot of grip there, that corner, a lot of grip. Just this section of the lap, it doesn't feel like it has much flow to it. That corner's a bit tighter on exit. The left-hander there makes it awkward. This one's super slow. We're going to go to first this time. Try and ensure that I get the nose down into the corner. I'm sure it's not a first gear corner, but... And instead I screw up the last turn. So for those of you that have made it this far into the video, I normally record this stuff on the weekend and try and post it on the Sunday of the race meeting. I'm actually getting this up in advance, or getting it recorded in advance. All being well, this will probably be live on the Friday afternoon instead of Sunday this week. So it'll be before the racing. If you are one of the first here to watch the video, let me know, who do you think is actually going to win this weekend? Can anyone beat Shane? Is the real question at the minute. What about this guy that we're actually on board with here in the car? Brody Kostecki. Maybe he does alright this weekend. He's been on a great run. His performance has been good. And I think that he's shown what he's capable of already, and proved that he's likely to fulfill the expectations that so many people have on him.
You're now in the lead.
Oh man, that was deep under brakes into one and we got it stopped. And now that we've got a few laps under our belt, I'm starting to get a bit of a rhythm. I have to say, this track has got a lot of flow. It's just from here onto the finish line I'm not a big fan of, but all the way around the lap to here, it's got fantastic flow. Feels like an absolute tyre killer. So many flowing corners. Catching up to some lap traffic up here, actually.
You're in the lead. side tyres are cold.
Left side tyres are cold. What is this, an F1 car? Not going fast enough to wear out the tyres? I can tell you after that corner the left rear won't be cold. Coming up on the back of Jack Smith.
You're leading.
Flash the lights at him. Didn't help any.
Car left. Clear left. Car left. Clear left.
I wasn't expecting to get any lap traffic on a 2-minute lap. Or if he may have had an issue or a spin or something. Doesn't look like there's any other traffic in the horizon. I was impressed by Jack at Simmons Plains. Well, there is a bit of traffic coming up. Just over the top of the hill up there. No, Jack did a not a bad job there at Simmons Plains, I felt.
You've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, mate.
To qualify the fastest out of all those Brad Jones cars is a pretty good accomplishment because there's a couple of fast guys in that team. Which is a team that, to me, seems like it's struggling this year. P20? What? When did that happen? I was actually looking at the timing. I didn't think it changed over from lap 17, so I didn't register our lap.
Your tyre temperatures are good. Lewis is now cross-decking.
So yeah, we've dropped to 20th on the standings. I'm guessing our last lap didn't count.
Smith behind is increasing. It's now 16 seconds.
We haven't dropped another position, so that means that that lap must have counted, because otherwise Smith would have passed us as well.
Okay, mate, you're reeling. Cross-decking in. The gap's now 6.5.
So the timing doesn't look like it's going to catch up here and put us back on the lead lap. Well, we are on the lead lap, but we're at the back of it, not the front. Big brake lock. So I can't explain that. The only thing I can think that would be is potentially a bug with the track, because we went a lap down. We lost the lap the second we got into lap traffic, so it's like passing a lap car is what triggered that. It was on that lap.
Car right. Hold your line. Still there. Right side's clear. Come on, mate. Nicely done. You're right. Right side's clear.
For real life, would be off to the lap scorers. Oi! So we're going to do an extra lap. It'll be 21 laps for us. Leader is on the final lap. We are yet to get the white flag. We should be coming to the checker. So all I can say, if that is a track bug, which I can't really confirm it because it could be a number of things, but I've never seen that before. So it could be something to do with the mod based on the car, I guess, based on the lap traffic. I don't really know how it works, but it's more likely to me, I think, probably a track issue. And if it is a track issue, you can't be making the very most expensive mods I've ever seen for a game, like a sim. I don't think I've ever seen a more expensive track mod. That's how expensive it is. Like, most of them are free, granted, but there are paid mods out there.
Left side.
And if that's an issue with the mod, you can't have that. If you're charging that sort of money for it, it has to be absolutely premium.
He's still there. Still there.
Oh, I thought I was clear. I know he didn't call clear, but I thought I would have been. Oh, we killed a sign. Oh, there it goes. It's flying. They're not polystyrofoam.
Still there. Still there. Clear left. On your left.
Cheeky.
Still there.
It's a bit rude by me to stick the nose in there from that far back.
Still there. Still there. Clear left.
Man, right around the outside. Well, you can look at it either way you want. We either won by half a lap or we finished 17th. Either way, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Hobbo88. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.